In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on December 2nd, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Cleveland Cavaliers versus Detroit Pistons. The upcoming clash between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Detroit Pistons promises to be an intriguing Central Division showdown set to unfold at the iconic Little Caesars Arena in the Motor City. The Cavaliers, currently standing at 10-9 and holding the 3rd position in the Central Division, are seeking redemption on the road after their recent setback against the Portland Trail Blazers, where their 2-game winning streak came to an end in a 103-95 defeat. On the flip side, the struggling Detroit Pistons are grappling with a 16-game losing streak, having faced a brutal 188-112 defeat at the hands of the New York Knicks. As the Cavaliers embark on this challenging road game, they will be without the services of key players like Dean Wade, Ty Jerome, and Ricky Rubio. Meanwhile, the Pistons will be missing Joe Harris and Monty Morris, with Bojan Bogdanovic listed as questionable for the matchup. Cleveland's recent form has been relatively positive, winning 6 of their last 9 games, but their resilience will be put to the test after the Trail Blazers setback. Despite a quick start that saw them build a 16-point lead, the Cavaliers faltered in the second half, allowing the Trail Blazers to stage a comeback. With key contributors like Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and Darius Garland, the Cavaliers are aiming to bounce back, especially against a struggling Pistons team. In contrast, the Pistons find themselves in a prolonged slump, enduring a winless November and a 16-game losing streak. Despite standout performances from Cade Cunningham, Killian Hayes, and Marcus Sasser, Detroit has struggled to secure victories, often succumbing to defensive lapses. The absence of Morris and Harris has further compounded their challenges. As the Cavaliers face the Pistons, who have struggled both offensively and defensively, the odds seem stacked in favor of the visitors. Cleveland has shown defensive prowess, holding opponents to a 45.2% shooting overall, ranking 5th in the league. On the offensive end, Cleveland faces its own challenges, ranking 25th in scoring. Detroit, on the other hand, languishes at 27th in scoring and 24th in points allowed. The historical matchup between these two teams on November 17th ended with Cleveland securing a 108-100 victory, but failing to cover the spread as 9-point chalk. Notably, Cleveland played without their leading scorer Donovan Mitchell in that encounter, and with his presence on the court this time, the dynamics could shift. Despite the Cavaliers' recent inconsistency and the Pistons showing glimpses of improvement, it is the Cavaliers who enter the game as the team in better form. However, the confidence of the Cavaliers has taken a hit, making the outcome unpredictable. Nevertheless, considering the Pistons' struggles, especially on the defensive end, the Cavaliers are favored to win and cover the spread. Turning attention to the total pick, Cleveland's defense has shown signs of improvement, with the total finishing under in their last 3 games. Moreover, the Cavaliers have not allowed more than 105 points in any of those 3 contests. In their first meeting this season, the total points scored fell significantly under the closing line of 218.5. Anticipating a defensively oriented game and considering recent trends, the under on the projected total emerges as a prudent full-game total pick. Indiana Pacers versus Miami Heat. In the highly anticipated rematch between the Indiana Pacers and the Miami Heat at the Casa Center on Saturday night, fans are gearing up for another intense Eastern Conference showdown. The last meeting between these two teams resulted in a thrilling high-scoring affair, with the Miami Heat emerging victorious with a final score of 142-132. The Indiana Pacers find themselves in a challenging position, having lost 3 of their last 4 games. The recent 142-132 road loss to the Heat has undoubtedly undoubtedly fueled their determination to make a strong comeback. Tyrese Halliburton's outstanding performance, contributing 42 points and 10 assists, showcased the Pacers' offensive prowess. However, despite an impressive start with 73 first-half points, the Pacers faltered in the second half, allowing the Heat to score a staggering 78 points and secure a double-digit victory. On the other side of the court, the Miami Heat are eager to capitalize on their recent 142-132 win, breaking a 3-game losing streak. Led by Jimmy Butler's remarkable performance of 36 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists, the Heat demonstrated resilience and firepower. The bench contribution from James Jacques Jr., along with solid performances from Josh Richardson and Duncan Robinson, played a crucial role in the Heat's fourth-quarter resurgence. As the teams prepare for the rematch, both face challenges with key players possibly sidelined. Tyrese Halliburton is listed as questionable for the Pacers, while the Heat continue to miss the services of Bam Adebayo and Tyler Herro. The Pacers are determined to rectify their defensive lapses from the previous game, where they allowed a 28-6 run by the Heat in the fourth quarter. Anticipating a more disciplined defensive effort, the Pacers are poised to bounce back, with confidence that the Heat won't maintain their scoring pace for a second consecutive game. Despite leading the NBA in offensive rating, the Pacers have also been conceding an average of 125 points per game. However, considering the circumstances and the Heat's missing players, the Pacers are favored to cover the spread as underdogs, making it our full game side pick. Examining the pace of play, the Pacers lead the NBA, setting the stage for another fast-paced matchup. The total is set at a seemingly extravagant number, given the team's recent high-scoring encounter. Considering the Heat's unlikely ability to replicate their 45-point fourth-quarter performance, the total appears inflated. Recent trends suggest that the totals have been going over for the Pacers, but the current number is deemed excessively high. Miami's shooting percentage of 46.9%, ranking 19th in the NBA, coupled with their 24th position in pace, indicates the potential for a lower scoring game. Taking these factors into account, under the projected total is our full game total pick. As both teams adjust their strategies for the rematch, expect a more calculated and defensively focused contest, deviating from the scoring spectacle witnessed in their previous encounter. New Orleans Pelicans versus Chicago Bulls. The impending clash between the New Orleans Pelicans and the Chicago Bulls at the United Center on Saturday night is shaping up to be an intriguing non-conference showdown. The Pelicans, currently holding the 8th spot in the competitive Western Conference with a 10-9 record, are set to play the second leg of a back-to-back, having hosted the Spurs the night before. Meanwhile, the Bulls find themselves in the 13th position in the Eastern Conference with a 6-14 record, but are riding the wave of a thrilling 120-113 overtime victory against the Milwaukee Bucks on Thursday. In recent times, the New Orleans Pelicans have showcased their prowess by securing victories in 7 of their last 10 games. Their latest triumph, a convincing 121-106 win over the Spurs, witnessed standout performances from key players. Jonas Valanciunas led the charge with an impressive 24 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 blocks, supported by notable contributions from C.J. McCollum, Herbert Jones, and Trey Murphy. Although Brandon Ingram had a challenging shooting night, the Pelicans managed to overcome the Spurs' challenge in the second half. On the flip side, the Chicago Bulls have struggled, losing 8 of their last 10 games. However, they showed signs of resurgence with a hard-fought overtime win against the Bucks. Nikola Vucevic spearheaded the Bulls' effort with 29 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists, complemented by strong performances from Kobe White and Ayo Dosunmu. The Bulls demonstrated resilience by overcoming a fourth-quarter deficit, ultimately sealing the victory in overtime. Heading into the matchup, the Pelicans are still dealing with the absence of Matt Ryan and Jose Alvarado, while the Bulls have ruled out Zach LaVine, and the status of DeMar DeRozan remains uncertain. The Pelicans, entering the game with a 7-3 against the spread record in their last 10 outings, appear to have an advantage, especially considering the potential absence of key Bulls players. Despite the Pelicans playing on 0 days of rest, the Bulls may struggle without their top scorers. The offensive disparity between the two teams in the past 5 games underscores the Pelicans' scoring prowess, averaging 114 points points compared to the Bulls' 107 points. While the Pelicans are in better form with 7 wins in their last 10 games, the Bulls, buoyed by their recent upset against the Bucks, may harbor hopes of pulling off another surprise. However, the Chicago Bulls' overall struggles, marked by a 6-13-1 against the spread record and a lack of cohesion, make them less appealing as a betting option. The Pelicans, on the other hand, seem poised to capitalize on their recent success and cover the spread as favorites, making them a solid full-game side pick. Delving into the team's statistical profiles, the Bulls emerge as one of the lowest-scoring teams in the NBA this season, ranking 29th in pace of play and 25th in fast break points. With the Pelicans excelling defensively, particularly in field goal percentage and three-point defense, the Bulls may face challenges in reaching a significant point total on Saturday night. The Pelicans, although playing the second game of a back-to-back, boast impressive stats in fast break points and pace of play, potentially offsetting any fatigue concerns. Considering the offensive struggles of both teams this season, highlighted by New Orleans ranking 18th with a 112.8 offensive rating and Chicago languishing in 26th place with a 108.8 offensive rating, the game's pace may be slower than anticipated. Additionally, the low turnover rates for both teams limit transition opportunities. Consequently, the under is a favorable choice for the full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.